Now that you have done some situation analysis, it's time to do some self-analysis. This second step is to know what you are bringing to the negotiation table. It is crucial to spend time reflecting on our own strengths, weaknesses, and limitations as they relate to the negotiation at hand. We must delve deep into our past experiences, mistakes, and areas of uncertainty, for these are the very traits that the other person may seek to exploit. By identifying our personal flaws and vulnerabilities, we can better prepare ourselves emotionally and therefore remain calm during the actual negotiation. Next, we must create a comprehensive list of flaws and vulnerabilities. This is no easy task, for it requires us to be brutally honest with ourselves, holding nothing back. What I use is a modification of the SWOT analysis. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It's a way to help you get ready to get the best deal or agreement. Strengths are the things you're good at, or the things you have that can help you in the negotiation. For example, maybe you know a lot about the topic, or you have highly skilled people on your team. Knowing your strengths will help, as you will use them as incentives during the negotiation. Weaknesses are the things you're not so good at, or the things that might make it harder for you to do well in the negotiation. This is the list that will keep you calm and unemotional, so dig deep. Maybe you don't have a lot of experience, or you have missed a deadline in the past. Knowing your weaknesses can help you figure out how to work on them, or find ways to overcome them, or even use them to disarm the other person. I've learned that true strength lies not in posturing or aggressive tactics, but in the art of vulnerability. We are hardwired to be suspicious of perfection. When faced with someone who appears flawless, our natural instinct is to search for the cracks in the armor, the hidden weaknesses that might give us an edge. Embracing this quirk of human psychology, I've discovered a powerful tool that can disarm even the most seasoned opponent. For example, let's say you're negotiating a new software contract with a client. You might identify flaws such as your team's limited experience with the specific tech stack required, or your company's history of occasional project delays. By acknowledging these potential weaknesses up front, you're taking the wind out of your opponent's sails. Instead of them unveiling these issues as a surprise attack, you've already owned up to them, effectively robbing them of their ammunition. But the true power of this tactic lies in how it shapes the dynamic of the negotiation itself. When you voluntarily expose your own flaws, you're signaling to your counterpart that you have nothing to hide, that you're approaching this negotiation with honesty and transparency. This disarms their natural inclination to be on the defensive, and it encourages them to reciprocate with a more open and collaborative mindset. I've witnessed this firsthand in my dealings with a particularly demanding client. During our initial meetings, I knew that their primary concern would be the reliability and scalability of our proposed solution. Rather than waiting for them to grill me on these points, I took the initiative and addressed them head on. Allow me to be upfront with you, our team hasn't worked with this specific technology before, and we've had a few hiccups in the past with project timelines. But I can assure you that we've studied this problem extensively, and we've put together a plan to mitigate those risks. I'm confident that we can deliver a solution that meets your needs, but I want you to know that we're not perfect. And I'm committed to being transparent about any challenges we encounter along the way. By taking this approach, I was able to establish a foundation of trust and cooperation. Instead of the client feeling the need to grill me and poke holes in my proposal, they appreciated my honesty and were more willing to work with me to find solutions. The beauty of this tactic lies in its ability to disarm your opponent while simultaneously strengthening your own position. By proactively exposing your flaws, you're removing their power to use them against you, and you're demonstrating a level of self-awareness and integrity that can be immensely valuable in the world of negotiations. Opportunities is why the other person is negotiating with you. This is what we think the other person may want. I don't recommend getting too deep here. This will be uncovered during the negotiation itself. Threats are the things outside of your control that might make the negotiation harder, or that could stop you from getting a good deal. These are usually found by looking at external factors like county laws and needed permits or insurance. Preparation in this area makes you seem competent and will inspire trust in the other person. Doing a SWOT analysis, you can get a better understanding of what you have going for you and what might be challenging. This can help you come up with a plan to do the best you can in the negotiation. The list that will be created from the SWOT analysis will help you understand the terrain and anticipate the attacks that may be launched against you, and most importantly, help you prepare a response, which is the next step. Now, we must craft a concise and thoughtful explanation for each flaw, framing them in a positive light and highlighting how we have adapted and evolved to mitigate these risks. To further fortify our position, we must anticipate and prepare counter-arguments. By considering how our counterparts might respond, we can develop well-thought-out responses, ready to parry any attacks that may come our way. This strategic foresight will allow us to maintain our composure and control the dialogue during the negotiation. The third step in this process is to rehearse and role-play. By engaging in mock negotiation scenarios with someone you trust, we can hone our skills, refine our techniques, and seek valuable feedback on our delivery, body language, and overall negotiation strategy. Finally, we must maintain a positive and collaborative mindset. This means emptying our mind so that we can be in the moment during negotiations. We must approach the negotiation with a genuine desire to find a mutually beneficial solution rather than a win-at-all-costs mentality. This approach is negotiating with emotional intelligence.